are back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So I've been getting a constant stream of messages from people saying I've got ADHD. 100% I've got ADHD and I should go get it checked out. And the odd one throws in autism as well. Autism would be a kicker. I definitely have ADHD. I know that. You know that. The doctors eventually will know that, but autism, I don't know about autism. I saw a little girl at the park yesterday with autism and she was groaning a lot. She was making like a which I do as well. I'll just sit there and moan to myself. Maybe I do have autism. I don't know. I'm not even going to look into that, to be fair. But I will go and get the ADHD fucking diagnosis, all right? I'll put it in my calendar, which is pretty much the only cure for ADHD. A calendar. Ever since I started using the calendar, my ADHD has gone fucking way down. I just get the things done now. I just have a block of time to get things done. And in that block of time, I can fuck around. I can do anything I want in that block of time as long as I get the thing done, which is fucking perfect because I just give myself a little bit more time than necessary to do the thing. So when I start doing whatever I'm doing, like I recorded the Patreon potty today, there was no pressure to get it done. I just went through my routine, a massive scroll, listened to a podcast, drank about 14 cups of tea, and still I had like 45 minutes at the end of it to spare. Did I use that 45 minutes productively? No, I didn't. I spent about 43 of those minutes staring at myself in the mirror, looking at my rig. It's starting to come along all right. This high protein diet I'm on, I don't know whether it's going to kill me quicker or not, but fuck, I'll go out with a good corpse. The rig is starting to shape up. So the calendar has basically cured most of my ADHD, but I will fucking go get the diagnosis, all right? If for no other reason, just to get the script of fucking Dexies. So I'll look up a psychologist, I'll put the fucking number in my calendar, and I'll call tomorrow. I don't really know why I need to be doing that because everyone I know who has ADHD and started medicating with Dexies on it is now fucking cooked. I don't know besides medication what else I could be doing to counteract my fucking retardation. Just meditation, that's the only thing I'm missing. I've got a calendar, I fucking exercise, I do all that shit. I eat pretty good now, high protein, did I mention that? The rig's starting to look good, which is helping the ADHD. I'm going to do a rig reveal on the Patreon. I'm not putting it on social media. That's fucking fucked. I'll do a shirt off reveal on the Patreon when I get it sorted. So yes, I know I'm ADHD. I'll go and confirm it. Then what? I would like to fucking hear what they have to say. Now what? Yeah, alright, I'm ADHD. Now what, cunt? If that fucking doctor cunt shrugs his shoulders, I'm going to fucking grab him by his tie, pull him over to my side of the desk and just start fucking slamming it into the fucking desk. Now what, cunt? Anyway, I'll do that. I'll get that done. But now let's just move to this week's Conspiracy Cop. Doom, 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 doom. I don't know. What is it? What's a tune for like Scooby-Doo or whatever? Cares. Anyway, this is a requested Conspiracy Cop. So everyone knows how much I'm loving Jimmy Butler for the Miami Heat at the moment. Fucking, he turns into Superman for the playoffs. He's put the fucking team on his shoulders and he just keeps charging ahead. So after I started mentioning fucking Jimmy Butler, I started receiving messages from cunts saying, you've got to check this out. You've got to check it out. Here, look into this. And cunts sent me a link and the heading was Michael Jordan, Jimmy Butler's dad? ? So that's the Conspiracy Cop for this week. Is Michael Jordan Jimmy Butler's dad? So I've watched quite a few of the videos on YouTube on this conspiracy, and the most compelling bit of evidence seems to be the fact that Both Michael Jordan and Jimmy Butler are black. By a fucking coincidence, both men are black. So it's hard to refute that Michael Jordan could be Jimmy Butler's dad, considering they're both black. That is the most powerful bit of evidence they presented in most of these. In most of these fucking videos. Jimmy and Jordan are both black males. They're also about the same height as well. Jordan's 6'6", Jimmy's 6'7". So tick tick. But the thing I never got was in these videos, they're like Jimmy Butler and Michael Jordan. They're both the same height. And Michael Jordan's actual sons, his real sons, are only 6'1" and 6'4". And then question mark. I'm like, well, what does that fucking mean? Are you trying to say Michael Jordan's actual sons aren't his sons? Like someone else fucked Jordan's wife and they're not Jordan's real sons, but Jimmy Butler's Jordan's real son? It made no sense. And every fucking video says that as well. Jordan's sons are only 6'1" and 6'4". Doom, doom, doom. I don't understand that piece of evidence. The other powerful piece of evidence they present is Jimmy Butler and Jordan are both very competitive and they they play really good in the playoffs. I mean, fucking, it's not bulletproof, but it is evidence. They also both played for Chicago and they look similar. They did that cut your face in half and put them together. They look very similar, but I've done that before with me and my wife, and me and my wife look very similar as well. So I'm not sold on that one. So that's all the big evidence. And then they go into like Jimmy Butler's life. They dredge up old, like traumatic shit for Jimmy Butler. They're like, Jimmy Butler has no dad. It's like, oh God. All right, thanks. So Jordan could be his dad because Jimmy has no fucking dad. Then they're like, Jimmy Butler was kicked out of the house by his mum when he was 13 and she said to him, I don't like the look of you. You got to get out of here. And just kicked him onto the street. It's like, oh, all right, fucking, that's a bit rough, but what's that got to do with anything? They reckon it's because Michael Jordan stopped making payments to her. And then this is what they do. This was a classy move. Like, they go back and they work out the fucking time Jimmy Butler would have been conceived. From his date of birth, they go back like 9 months to when to when he would have been conceived. And then they go back to Michael Jordan's fucking schedule, like game schedule back in 1988 or something. And they work out that at the time that Jimmy Butler should have been or could have been conceived, Jordan was playing a game for the Chicago Bulls against the Dallas Mavericks, which is in Texas, and Jimmy Butler, or Butler's mum, was in Houston, and then Jordan had a 3-day break after the Dallas game, and they're like, well, Jordan did like the strip clubs, and there were good strip clubs in Houston, so there would have been incentive for him to go down there. I don't know what they're saying there. They're basically saying Jimmy Butler's mum was a whore or a stripper or something. Jimmy Butler's just copping it. That was pretty much it, though. That was all the evidence. Basically slandering Jimmy Butler's mum for half of it and being racist for the other half. That's the evidence. The evidence is all black people look alike and Jimmy Butler's mum is probably a whore. But in fairness, who wouldn't fuck Jordan in the 80s and 90s? So after like evaluating all the evidence, I got to say, I hope to fucking God he's Jordan's son, because I want that motherfucker to carry Miami to the fucking finals and then win the ring this year. So fucking get some of that MJ DNA into you, Jimmy, and fucking let it rip. Conspiracy confirmed. Anyway, that will do for today. If you're enjoying the podcast, give it a share around, and I'll see you the fuck later.